Hi, my name is Scott Statson. I am a recruiting industry veteran, and normally I put positive, upbeat content together with videos or podcasts. Today is going to be a little bit more of a rant. So here's the warning. You may hear things that will be offensive. You may hear language that's offensive. Turn it off right now if you're offended easy, because I don't care past this point. With saying that, I've heard recently the statement on social media from mostly younger people about really working your wage, where they're disgruntled or unhappy that they're paid minimum wage or they're paid less than they feel they deserve. So they're going to do minimum work. They feel like minimum wage is beneath them and they are not going to overwork themselves. Kind of like this quiet quitting thing that was out there a couple of years ago. Now they want to work their wage, that they're unhappy with what they're getting paid. And if you're paying me minimum wage, you're going to get minimum effort out of me. I think that's a shitty thing to do. You're going to work yourself out of a job. This is going to be detrimental to your career. It's just a shitty thing to do. It's a crappy way to, if you want to prove yourself, first of all, you're in a minimum wage or low paying job because you have probably less experience or you don't have enough experience to go to work for another company or to be in another position. You don't have enough skills to get paid more. You have minimum skills. Let's just face it. You don't have work experience. You got minimum skills. The work experience, you can't change. You got to get out there and work for it. But if the first time you're working a minimum wage job and you're complaining you're going to do minimum effort, you're going to be in a minimum wage job forever. Okay. You'll never grow into a larger position. Companies hire people to create revenue for a company. There's nothing wrong with that. They hire minimum wage people to accomplish those goals. And if you feel you're being taken advantage of and you decide, I'm not going to work, I'm not showing up for my shift, I'm going to do minimum effort, you're creating problems not only for yourself, but you're creating problems for future generations. Just think of it. A couple of years ago, people wouldn't show up to their minimum wage jobs or low paying jobs at McDonald's. And what did McDonald's do? Did they just fold over and say, okay, we're going to pay you more money or we're going to pay you a living wage? No, they got rid of their people. There's McDonald's in Colorado and other states that are peopleless. Essentially, they're automated. It's an automation process. Technology replaced your lazy ass because you didn't want to go to work. What are you hurting? You're hurting people that want a minimum wage job, that want to go to work, that want to prove themselves, that want to show that they can do things consistently day in, day out, that they can pay for whatever. When I was growing up, getting a job meant freedom. It meant freedom from your parents. You got the freedom to pick and buy things that you wanted, freedom to, save up for a car payment, save up for things that you wanted to buy, save up for the weekend. Now there's this entitlement factor where we want a good job, we want to be in a great position, and we want to be paid great wages without working your ass off. I think that's a problem. You've got to prove yourself. You've got to get out there and make shit happen. Or go out there and change your skills, upgrade your skills, learn some new skills, be invaluable, be something that people have to pay you top dollar to be there. Be an asset to an organization and work your ass off while you're there. I always thought when I was working at any company that when I was a kid, even till now, I said, I'll never be the smartest person working at the organization. There's a lot of smart people, a lot of people a lot smarter than I am, but I can always be the hardest working person in the room. I can always outwork people. And that work effort will at some point translate to better opportunity within the organization, promotion within the organization. I'm willing to put in the extra work to be recognized as a top performer so I can grow with the organization, that I can prove my value. And even if you don't want to grow with a company, you can, when it's time for you to quit, you can make them cry that you're leaving, that you're leaving the organization. Their top person, their top performer, their hardest working person is leaving the company. And you can do this in a good way, that you've worked really hard, that you've proved yourself, that you're going to be an asset to other organizations. When you put out there that you're going to work your wage, your long-term career is going to be in the toilet. Thank goodness there wasn't social media when I was growing up, because all the stupid things I'd say or do that would be recorded forever, an employer or people would see that and go, what are you, an idiot? Yeah, I was an idiot back then. Thank goodness that didn't exist. So my advice is don't work your wage, work your ass off. And if you feel so unappreciated that you want to make billions of dollars, whatever it is, because there's actually an opportunity to do that. You can start your own company, but most won't do that. And most won't do that because it really requires a lot of work, a lot of dirty, no paid work for the effort you put in, that will hopefully have a payoff in a couple of years down the road. You don't know. And most people want the rewards today. They don't want to put in the effort, but there's opportunity. I live in the United States. If you're in the United States, you have a tremendous opportunity to go build something, do something. Speaking of building, the trades industry. Nobody is going into the trades industry anymore because it's hard work, it's grunt work, it's dirty work, but it's needed work. Go hire a contractor for something. They're hard to find, hard to schedule because they're in high demand. And then when they show up, it's hundreds of dollars. Like, you can't get things for cheap in the trades industry. Go work in the trades. You probably won't do that though, because it's hard work. It's dirty work. It requires skill, effort. But start a business. Do whatever you need to do. If you're going to work your wage, let's think about this. If you're going to, the solution for this is I could pay you more money. Say you're making, let's say, minimum wage. I'm going to pay you triple that amount moving forward. Are you going to work 3 times harder? Are you going to work 4 times harder, twice as hard? No, you're still going to be the lazy ass with more money in your pocket, and I'm going to be the dumb one. You're not going to work harder. If you're just lazy complaining about what you're getting paid and want to work your wage, you're working yourself into a minimum wage job forever. And that's wrong. Don't make these mistakes. You can work hard. You can get out there. You can start your own business. There's a lot of possibilities. If you don't like working for a minimum wage company, go start